Hey, Molds. Thanks for coming. Wait and see how many people come in. Hopefully, I get a few today because it's a little screwy because I didn't think I was going to make my regular time, so I had moved the time slot around a little bit. Hey, Harold. Nice, Harold. This one, I don't run this one very often. I try to run it every once in a while, but I just don't run it that much because this one runs really well. I just don't, for whatever reason, seem to run them that often. This one has the K59 in it, obviously, as it says on the body. But this is the one that I peeled that XRCM pipe off of and sent to Joe. Because Joe wanted it for his build, and I was not a big fan of that XRCM pipe, so I give it to him. Straighten that anchor out a little bit. It's a little bit messed up. There. Took a weird angle to make it work with that XRCM pipe that was on it. Still doesn't want to slide in there very nicely. There it is. I don't, Harold. I don't like those XRCM pipes. I find them incredibly obnoxiously loud, and I find that the tuning window on them is a bit much. Like, it's not. I just find you can't seem to get one or the other properly, the high speed or the low speed. So, like, Joe wanted it, and he was doing that particular build and had something in mind, so I wanted the original one. So, and he had an original one, so that's what I got. That's this one. Seems like I'm gonna have to make a different exhaust hanger for it, by the looks of it, which is okay. Because the hanger on this one was too short because that XRCM pipe was so friggin' long. God only knows where the factory one went. Now, I need a zip tie, and I'm gonna make a new hanger. I know that I don't think anything else is louder than those stinking XRCM pipes. My God, that was, I realize that we like the loud nitros and everything else, but that was a bit much. Like that thing was obnoxious, absolutely obnoxious. It was too much in my opinion. Now I gotta find what I do with all my rods from my exhaust tank. It's too thick, that stuff. There's some down there. Too much shit in the bag. Hey Jason. That'll work. I don't want to lose that little ball socket. Right there. And then at 90 degrees right there. That'll work. There. That's nice and solid. Now, we need a zip tie. I personally think that some of the dynamite pipes are better than that XRCM pipe. Just my opinion. Hey, Opti guy. I don't really like this zip tie. It's kind of... I just find that because there's not a lot of chambering in those XRCM pipes, they seem to be particularly great for high RPM, but they seem to struggle in the torque category. Just my opinion. Hey Texas, how you making out with that buggy there, Big Shoot? There, that looks so much better. Those XRCF pipes, don't get me wrong, they're kind of neat, they're kind of cool looking, but like I said, they're so friggin' long, and they come way up front here, and then they're not fat, so you lose a ton of torque out of them. Ooh. That tie rod end fell off right when I went to move that, so that's interesting. So I better fix that before I do anything else. My tool's unscrewing. That's kind of fucked up. Holy Christ, I got that on there. I tightened the shit out of that. Hey, you know, I've never had the wheels off this thing. It's got like little funky wheel spacers in it. That's kind of neat. I bought this from some strange little German fella in a couple cities over, and he got nice guy, just a little bit odd, and he had made a few mods of his own. Oh, are you gonna do a live today, Texas? I'd love to see that. I just love to see how it goes. Ooh, those pliers are gone. Where'd you be bueno for that? Man, that does not want to go in there. Oh. Holy mackerel. I think I might have to pull that off that other end so I can put it in the vise and push it in. That's okay. We'll do that. Hey, all aspects. If I didn't say hi already, buddy. I know I've been pretty absent lately, guys, with RC stuff. I do apologize. I've kind of had some stuff in my personal life going on, so I haven't been doing as much RC stuff as I usually do. But I'm going to try and get back into it now that the weather's getting a little bit starting to get fall-esque. and I'll get back into it again. But it's I've been golfing a ton this summer, just trying to stay active and do different things, and yeah, so things have been a little bit different for me for sure this season. Said my life has kind of changed a bit recently, so just trying to get my head wrapped around things. That's right, higher. I get that. You know, you just kind of, you know, we're men. We kind of just avoid things as we deal with things, and it's not that there was anything against the RC communities or anything like that. It's just I've been, like I said, other priorities, and we just avoid. That's our tactics. These wheels, all that, who asked that? RC, all aspects. I don't mind these wheels, to be honest with you. They're HPI Goliath wheels. I like them better than those Proline Badlands for the monster trucks, because I find those are so stinking heavy. If I had to pick a set of wheels, these are actually, they don't weigh much more than the factory stuff, to be honest with you, and they seem to work out pretty good, so I have no complaints that way. I wonder if I should stick a longer screw in that. Let's see if that holds. Yeah, the only thing that those Proline Badlands that I've found are any good on is an MGT, to be honest with you, because they're the only thing that's heavy enough to kind of offset those Prolines. I had a set on that buggy that I sent Northeast that hot bodies, and like I said, I did a whole review on them, and they're okay, but they're heavy. They slow it down tremendously. There. Yeah, I haven't broke one of these yet. I mean, I really like these in the wintertime, like when you're running in the snow, because they seem to keep the snow cleaned out of them, and the tread pattern is really good that way too. The flotation is really good. I know I shouldn't be talking about that dirty S word yet, but it's right around the corner for me here. I've already been thinking about snow runs and waterproof servos and stuff like that already. As much as I hate to say that stuff already, but here in the mountains where I live, it'll be a real thing soon. Well, you'd think these are tall, but they're actually no taller than the factory wheels, because I had the factory wheels on this. They're the same overall dimension. They're wider, the rim size is bigger, and the sidewall is smaller. So the overall dimension wise, like height wise, is exactly the same. Now, I haven't run this one for a while, so I have no idea if the battery's dead, probably, or any of that jazz. Remote powers up. No. No. Seems pretty decent considering it's still on shitty HPI servos. Yeah, these like I said, they're no taller. They're wider. That's why that buddy had to put them offset spacers in there, is my guess, just to try and so they didn't rub on the inside here. But they definitely, that would explain why. I always wondered why this one seemed more stable than my other Savages. That's probably why, because he put them spacers in there. And the guy did the fuel tank mod on this one too. I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but he moved the fuel line to the bottom of the tank, and so it doesn't do that half tank lean stuff. Do we see if it'll run? So what we gotta do for tuning now? Because I haven't, obviously, since Joe sent this pipe, I've had it for quite a while. He was so nice to send trades with me, and I haven't run this or tuned it or anything. So it's as it was, with tuned for the XRCM. I don't know, maybe my luck, the one-way bearing will slip like a motherfucker now. Ooh, it took fuel right away. Get on there. Let it warm up a bit. see what it does, I guess. Well, my servo saver just blew up. Well, there you go. I spun it around and hit that shelf, and the servo saver decided to die. So I guess we're into that now. That's okay. Let's have a boo. I don't think it'll take much to fix it. I think that, if I remember right, I think this has happened to me before. Hey, Travis. I personally hate these servo savers on these Savages. They're not my favorite. I'm gonna find a different screw for there. Okay. There we go. Perfect. I just think that screw was too short or too long. And I think it was bottoming out in the hole before it was sucking that servo saver back together. What happened, Bob? Broke my ankle in 4 places. Oh, no way. That sucks. Again, sorry guys that I've missed I haven't been on my live streams as often as I used to be. I'm hoping to get back into it now again. Back to a little bit more normal. I've just been, like I said, going through some shit personally and doing some other stuff. And just been doing some, I don't want to say soul searching because that sounds kind of woo-woo. But just trying to do some other stuff. Keep myself busy. All right, try that again, I guess. I wonder if that, no, if it's actually sitting in there, I think that RPM is too low. Idle good. Hey, try that again. Oh, stop. Oh, that bottom end leaned right out. Geez, I don't know what happened to that. That's crazy. I just pinched the fuel line and shut it off because I don't like that. I ripped that bottom end up a bunch. Try and fire it back up again, I guess. See what happened. But, has this got that mid-speed adjustment? It does. Yeah, didn't like that. Try that again. Yeah, I would have thought the same thing off the guy. Something, you think it was a dirty air leak or something, but. Try the. Oh, tank's good. Well, the low speed needle seems good, but I noticed they were in really far. So I wonder, and this mid speed adjustment was in way far. Let's see what happens here. Sounds better. Back into my shop. body on it.
I think that tune's just about good. She's moving. Just looking to see how much fuel's in it. The tune's nice and rich, which is nice. There it is. There it is. Timed that perfectly.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was pretty successful. Probably the most trouble-free tank I've ever run through this thing. You know how everybody has that one RC car that tends to always drive you nuts? This is one of them. Oh, did you, Texas? That's cool. I used to work for P&H. Well, I worked on the shovels for P&H years ago, and that's where that sign came from on the door. But all in all, I think that was pretty successful. What do you guys think? Nothing blew off? Sure is fast. I will say these wheel spacers and these Goliath tires sure make it handle decent. Because usually a Savage spends half its time upside down. And this thing was pretty good. I gotta admit. I'm not complaining. I'm just gonna. Close the overhead door and open the man door for my puppy dog. Hey, puppy. So, that's pretty good though. I mean, the tune definitely was off. I think that was the issue. I don't really like this coupler that much. It's a little bit gummy from, I don't know whether that's the kind of fuel that they're running in Europe or whatever, but it's a little bit like swollen and like it's lost any integrity out of it. So. And I'll go back and just see if I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything too bad. Thanks, Lotus. It's good to see you here, buddy. Is there water? But no, not well, sorta. There's small little lakes kind of everywhere around us. So like there's a couple little lakes not far from here, and there's lots of little fishing holes and stuff like that, but no substantial bodies of water. But I'm pretty happy with that. That run pretty decent. I know the temperature be cooled down quite a bit now, but seems to be running pretty good. There was good smoke coming out of it. I will say that it shifts into second gear really early, so I will have to deal with that yet. So there'll be that issue to deal with, but that's pretty minor comparatively. Like I said. At least that servo saber's not fucked up anymore. Yeah, I was looking northeast. It looks like it's pretty close. If it's not already at your post office, and just because it's the weekend you can't get it, but it looks like it should be there pretty quick. It was a pretty big package with, I managed to cram them both into that same package, so you'll get them both at the same time. Part of the other reason I haven't run a ton of RCs this summer is because the district in my town decided to seal coat the road and put all this tar down, and then they put all this gravel over top of the tar to seal coat it, and just made a big mess out of my road. So it's just, everything I take out there gets super filthy dirty. Might as well be running it in a gravel pit. So that's a little frustrating. But like I said, I'm gonna try and get back on to doing these live streams every Sunday back to where I was doing them. Because that way it'll free up some time for other people and whatnot as well. But it's like I said, I've been kind of out of it for a little bit, doing other things, and so I hope to get back into a regular scheduled kind of RC time, for the lack of sounding cheesy, and then we can get back to you guys knowing when I'm on and when I'm not, and so on and so forth. So that'll be nice. But this one, I've been meaning to finish this one. I said I was going to finish it like 3 episodes ago, and I just never got to it. So it's been something sitting on the back burner for a little while. My dog's over there eating the rocks that got shot in from the overhead door. Yeah, it same here, Lotus. It's been hot, and but you're right. The mountains are nice, and the nice thing about here is that as soon as that sun goes behind them mountains, it cools off drastically, which is really nice. Like it gets so cold here now in the mornings. It's only like 3 degrees Celsius. It's it gets pretty cool. You know, we're pretty close to getting frost already. What the hell was that? What was that, Bobby? Just Debbie. What was that? What are you doing? My dog's doing strange stuff out there, knocking stuff over. So this one turned out pretty decent, actually. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll give this one a bit of a clean later now that it's dusty. But it seemed like it worked pretty decent. This old K59 and the old HPI radio gear worked pretty decent. I haven't run this one in quite some time. Probably the last live stream I ran it on was the last time I ran it, so that was probably, I don't know, 6 months ago plus. I hope you like those RCs, Northeast. They'll be fun for you. put this back over on the shelf for now. I sure like that better with that old pipe back on there. It made a big difference. Sure made it more stable. I'm just gonna move there. I'd move the camera over a bit more. I seen it still was showing that picture of that wing nut that sits right there. I think you can still slightly see it. Right there. But thanks for everybody. I know I'm not gonna stay on super long today. It's only gonna be about an hour live stream. I just wanted to come on and kind of see the people that usually support me and whatnot, and just give a quick update on things and get that Savage put back together that I promised about, and say hi, and I'll get back into it again more regular. And next week I plan to run some buggies, and hopefully I go down to the field and run some stuff, and then while this summer's cooling off and whatnot here, so it'd be really nice to get there to run some stuff down there. Which restoration there, Texas? Are you referring to? Which one? Just the buggies or just in general? I agree, often, guy. It'll be nice because we're going in the next couple weeks. The temperature's supposed to drop to the mid-teens, which is way more fun to run RCs in. Oh, thanks, buddy. Yeah, the Excel, yeah. No, it actually, I'm pretty happy with that, because I've always had problems with that truck, kind of on and off, and the tune would never sit quite right, and that's where I was getting to with those XRCM pipes, as you could hear what it did when it was sitting here, and I hadn't touched the needles at all until I put that other pipe on, and you heard the difference. So that tells you the difference between those two pipes, and I really do think that those are not all they're cracked up to be. Thanks, often, guy. I do appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like button on the way, that'd be great. I'm not sure if John's doing his live today, but make sure we support him as well. And I look forward to seeing all you guys on those other channels as well. And if there's something you guys want to see next week or the week after or anything, shoot me a message, leave me a message on any of my YouTube chats or any of my YouTube videos, and I'll make sure that we do it in one of these videos. I do still plan on, before the end of this season, I'm getting that O'Donnell's buggy out and giving it a rip down, either down in the field or out here or something, but I want to get it out and get it running and get it tested. You want to see the off the truck? Which ones? Like the two the Jammins? We can do one of them next week. Yeah, we can take them both out next weekend if you want. Off the guy, I'm game. We'll fire them both up. We'll do the one with the dynamite in it, and we'll do the other one with the axial in it. Maybe we'll even do a speed run on them, the pair of them, and see, because they're both geared exactly the same. Just one has the dynamite and the other one has the axial 28. So it'd be curious to see. And the dynamite is actually a brand new engine. It's broke in, but it's a brand new engine. It's just broken in. So, like I said, stay tuned for the summer. I'll try and stick to the regular times, so you'll see me roughly 2 o'clock my time, every Sunday for going forward. Now I'll try and be on here more regular. Sorry about not being on as often as I have been, but I will be back to normal going forward. So look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing you guys every week. And I do, and hopefully I can start getting back into buying some more nitros and whatnot again. I got a couple city trips and a couple business trips coming up, so that usually prevails with a couple of them, so we'll go from there. Again, thanks everybody. Thanks Northeast, I appreciate that, buddy. Everybody have a wonderful Sunday, and I'll see, and if John does one, I'll see a bunch of you guys on John's live this evening. Have a good one. Take care, everybody. Thanks again. I'll see, if John does one, I'll see a bunch of you guys on John's live this evening.